Alright guys, Mr. G here, and you may not know this, but I've been watching a stupid amount of Alone Season 7 in the Great Slave Lake in the Canadian Northwest Territories. Second largest lake up there, deepest lake in North America, named after the Slavi Native American tribe. It's a pretty interesting place. Now you look at this massive lake, which is over 400 kilometers across from one end to the other, and you think, hey, these guys are everywhere. Well, let's start out with taking a look at Callie's camp. You can see here it is, nestled kind of on a ridge right up there. That's what we're doing in this video. Is big thank you to No Strawberry on the Alone TV Reddit for providing a lot of the coordinates. But we are checking these coordinates against Google Maps and against shots from the show to verify if, hey, these are the right shelter locations. We're going to cover everything from all 10 shelter locations to Shawn's ferro rod. So here's Callie. See, she's on a little bay right there. A little island right out there. Looks like that one matched up pretty nicely. Next, we're going to take a look at our boy Roland. A little harder to track down as his coastline wasn't as exciting as some of the other contestants on Alone Season 7. There is a little bit of an outcropping there that does come out that you can see from the shot. So let's see if that one matches up. It most certainly does. So there's our guy Roland hanging out up there. Next up, we're going to go take a peek at Correy. So let's take a peek at his shelter. You can see he's got a big, gigantic island just across, which makes his a lot easier to match up. So there you're going to see Correy's shelter, really easy to identify right there. Next up, we're going to go track down Mark, see where he's camped out and where his shelter is. And then we're going to have some fun facts about shelter locations at the end, so stick around. So you can see we've got Mark right there. He's got a peninsula and an island coming out just in front of his shelter, making it really easy to confirm his location. Also, all the coordinates, I will put all the GPS coordinates down below in the description if you want to poke around on Google Earth as well. Here's Amos. You can see he's got a kind of an interesting carved out bunch of little bays in his area, making his area easy to check out and track down. So there's Amos right there on his little beach. We were able to track him down. Next up, we are going to take a look at Joe. Oh, poor Joe. There he is on his little bay on the southern end of that section of the lake. On his little outcropping there, he's got a nice little protected bay right there. I'd like you guys to let me know in the comments who you think got the best drop-off location based off of these coordinates. Here we have Kaelin's camp. You can see it there in the very, very northern end of the lake. Right there on her own little bay right there. There's a lot of little features on this lake, making it easier to track everybody down. As soon as I saw these shots, I was like, I know I want to find these on Google Earth. Next up, we're going to take a look at Joel. Joel kind of on almost like a little outcropping peninsula coming off the lake right there. So easy to match him up. You also got a nice little stream, river, tributary running into Great Slave Lake right there. So easy to track down and verify Joel's location. Next up, we're going to take a look at Keith. Keith gets his own little peninsula. Now, the original coordinates on Reddit were incorrect for some of these, but we were able to correct them and track them down. Especially easy to find Keith because he's on such a giant peninsula. Next up, we're going to look at our guy Shawn. Our last one, and then some fun facts. So you can see Shawn is right there, kind of at the bottom end of all the other shelters, and I'll give you guys the overview of all the shelters here in just a second. So even though they had 400 kilometers of lake, as you can quite easily imagine, it was a lot easier for the producers of the show to put everybody close together. That way the rescue boats are really never more than 15 minutes away. And if the contestants got too close to one another, their GPS devices would send them a ping so that they would not run into each other on the show, because the show's called Alone. It wouldn't be very good for them to go, hey, how you doing? What's up? And as you can see right here, some of the camps are extremely close together. So the distance between the furthest camps is about 22 kilometers down there from Shawn, all the way up there from Kaelin. But Kaelin and Correy are almost exactly 1 kilometer away. Really not that long of a walk. And there's Shawn's ferro rod right in the lake, because we all know he threw it in there so we could go home. That's it for this one, guys. If you want more stuff like this, let me know in the comments. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Mr. G out.